Bill Penhorwood here for the Ohio AgNet. Well, we're above the ground today for today's Cab Cam. This being brought to you by Fennig Equipment, your Yetter dealer for row cleaners and spike closing wheels. And I'm in the cockpit with the one and only Butch Fisher of Fisher Ag Service here up by Mount Gilead. Butch, thanks for being here, and thanks for bringing us up with you here today. First of all, could you tell us what we're doing, what we're applying on the fields?
We're applying Carumba this morning, which is a fungicide for wheat. The wheat's just about headed out, and we're timing the application to protect the head from mildew and some other diseases. It's preventative as well as a curative, so timing's somewhat critical. And we're putting 2 gallons the acre out, and we've loaded the aircraft leaving Mount Gilead headed over to the prospect area, and we're doing some work for Jim Redmond this morning.
And we know a lot of farmers watching these cab cams. How would you compare the spraying system on this air tractor versus that of their tractor on the ground?
It's very comparable. We use pressure to of course, set a rate flow. We do operate fuel flow controls, which varies for airspeed, depending whether we're going 140 or 160. It puts the exact amount out. We use GPS, of course, for spotting left and right. We also record all the work that we do whenever we're in the spray mode. The GPS is recording it. We can make a verification map for the farmer, and if there's some areas they don't want done, they can verify where we didn't do. So a little bit highly advanced, definitely a lot faster, and it's a good way of doing crops that are already up and existing and growing.
And definitely a lot faster and just a lot more intense than that last fielder in. I got a little sick, and holy cow, that was quite the thing. How fast are you guys going? How far above the crops are you? All those details.
We tend to operate in that 8 to 15 feet range, depending on obstructions. If we get too close to the ground, we tend to force the air down and disturb the crop too much and actually make an uneven pattern. So 10 feet to 15 is ideal. In some cases, we fly a little lower to try to get under wires and so forth. If we're doing dry application, we'll fly at about 50 feet to get it spread out wide enough. And that pretty much sums it up. We're headed out to do about a 4-field operation this time, and we're loaded for 200 acres at this time.
And we'll follow along as he walks us through that field. But Butch, as we're flying to that location, let's talk about just how long have you been doing this? You're assuring me you have several hours up in the air.
Yes, somewhere over 30,000 hours for a lifetime career, and I've been flying. I started 52 years ago in the spring as a student, and I've been actively flying crop dusting, helicopters in and fixed wing for 42 years. This is my 42nd season.
Is there anything that goes on up here that maybe surprise farmers out there, general people seeing you guys swoop down into fields?
I guess we just like them to know that we're always aware of our surrounding, where we're working, what kind of material we're putting out, safety for the people on the ground. We get the application done as accurate as we can and as close, and then of course safety of the pilot and so forth. So we're having to keep aware of what's going on at all times, just to make sure. I'm going to turn left here a little bit. I got our one field in sight, so I'm going to kind of get geared up, ready for that.
And joining us there, that's Butch Fisher of Fisher Ag Service, here with our cab cam brought to you by Fennig Equipment. I'm Bill Penhorwood for the Ohio AgNet.
It's time to give your soil a wake-up call.
This is Gary Fennig with Fennig Equipment out of Coldwater, Ohio, and I'd like to say thank you for tuning in to the Cab Cam for this spring, and I'd like to wish everyone a safe spring planting season. Here at Fennig Equipment, we really specialize in planer setup, fertilizer setup on your planer, and also we have a wide variety of cover crop seeders to offer for this coming season. Anything from a vertical tillage tool, high clearance sprayer, all the way to your corn head. So give us a call, 419-953-8500, or visit fennigequipment.com.